Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Red Flora Tarot. Thank you for stopping by. This is a general reading for my Aquarius friends, sun, moon, or rising sign. This is also a general reading, so it will not resonate with all of you, my dear friends, my dear water signs. However, it is for early June. And as time is fluid, sometimes it may start, a week or two before. Sometimes it may start a week or two later in terms of the energy and how it affects you. That is depending on your placement in terms of early, middle, or late placement of your Aquarius sun sign. Also, the energies can shift depending on the people or persons or situations around you, and also your chart. Let's say you have, Virgo or something in your chart. That's not going to resonate the same as someone who has Gemini, but you both may be Aquarius sun signs, right? So, take it as it suits you and how it works with you. I try to keep things pretty general and try to include, a little bit of insight depending on your relationship situation or job situation, whatever the reading comes out to be. So really quick, Aquarius, let me cut these cards. Again, like, share, and subscribe. I'd love that. I'd so appreciate that. You hit that little bell and you'll get all of my updates and my latest videos if you enjoy those. And if they give you insight, I would be ever so grateful. All right? Okay. Well, this is an interesting way to start a read. Eight of Wands in reverse. So Eight of Wands is always about messages. It could be text messages nowadays. When there's a Rider-Waite was, they didn't have text back then. It could be telephone calls. It could be letters. It could be somebody DMs you, right? But when it's in reverse, this means they didn't send the letter. They didn't send the text. They wrote the DM and then deleted it before they sent it. Or you did. You could be the one. In other words, communication is a bit stunted. And it's funny, Aquarius, because I'm kind of getting that with a lot of the signs. Page of Wands in reverse. Now, Wands always indicate to me, again, communication, somebody wanting to reach out. Pages are, they're the ones who bring the messages. So this is definitely about the lack of communication. What are we not communicating is what I want to know. I bet you do too. Okay. Wow. So we are seriously in our Wands mode right now, all about I'm seeing this as being, well, this is kind of interesting. So the Two of Wands is, a noble gentleman in his or her, in their residence or place of importance, could be business, and really making time to consider the next move. And what I'm picking up from this is this is about, maybe it's about a job, maybe it's about some sort of career move that it appears as though you're not communicating. You notice he's holding on to this wand. What I notice more than anything, he's not gripping it. He's sort of like, it's here, right? It's here. I think this is the choice I want to make. I'm really considering how it's going to affect my life and my world, but I'm not ready to talk about it. Or I'm not talking about it. Or maybe you're considering and waiting for that communication about that choice. You haven't fully embraced this decision because you're not gripping it. You're just, you're just sort of, you know what I mean? The difference between really holding it and just sort of laying your hand on it. And that's what this appears to be for this particular situation. But you're definitely important, or this is definitely important to you. So let's see what else it has to say. Love, one of my favorite cards. 9 of Cups. Getting your wish being fulfilled. So whatever communication you're waiting for or you're waiting to give, you're going to get the answer, or you're going to come to a conclusion on how to do that or how to move forward with that based on this. Let's see what else it has to say. Oh, yes, you will. You are no longer stepping in indecision or set in your indecision. You have definitely got that information. And it's going to make you, my friend, wow, Aquarius, very happy. So that's kind of cool. I'm looking at this as this to me, this is a job, career, maybe it's a project that you're working on. Maybe it's if you're an artist, maybe it's something you wrote, something you painted, something you created, some music that you've developed that you weren't sharing with anyone. It could be any of those kinds of things. I do not see a relationship situation here, and not to say that relationship doesn't affect it, because it's obviously a need to communicate with another human being or entity or process that you took the time to be quiet and settle within yourself to consider that you got there. You're like, I'm not guarded. I'm no longer worried about making this choice, this decision, and you make the right one. Not only do you make the right one, you make the best one. Good for you, Aquarius. This is a fantastic read. The Sun is, this is my happy child, my happy whatever, this decision, this communication that you finally decide to let loose on. Could be, like I said, it doesn't just necessarily words, although this is about, generally speaking for me, is messages, okay? It could be I'm going to go ahead and have that art show, or I'm going to go ahead and play that gig, or maybe you sat on that decision for a little while, and you decided, what, I've got nothing to hide. And not only that, I'm proud of what I'm doing, and not only that, you're making a fantastic decision, and it's going to give you some sort of wish fulfillment. In other words, if it were an art project or a work project, it's going to turn out to be the wish that you wanted, the result that you wanted. You're going to be super ecstatic. This kind of just speaks for itself, quite frankly, Aquarius. You are sitting in a very beautiful place. This choice, this decision, this project, this gig, this art show, this whatever it is, maybe the sending your book or whatnot in to be published, or maybe it's an online magazine and you have this little thing that you wrote that it actually, it's like, wow, I made the right decision. I let go and it happened. It came to fruition, and it's a wish come true, and it's going to make you extremely happy, Aquarius. I'm so stoked for you. That's a fantastic reading. I don't think you really need any clarifiers, but I'm going to give one or two to you just so we can kind of like, okay, let's see. Let's, wow. That's great. Whatever you're working on, Aquarius, if you're, Aquarius or as far as I know, very analytical, but also can be extremely creative. Again, that comes down to what's going on in your chart. They're water, they flow, they move with, it's a difficult thing to make water stop, I mean, you literally have to have it contained. He's looking out into his emotions, and look how calm they are. Look how focused he is. He's not gripped onto a result. Maybe that's what that means for you. You weren't holding fast to an end result, but because you were not gripped and hidden or blocked. You know, this person, if you were upright, they're guarding their heart. They don't want to see, you know, the fears, that all of those things you let go of, you know, and you held to the idea, but not necessarily how you got there. Does that make sense? You held to the, you know, to not necessarily sharing it until you felt comfortable enough with whatever it is you were doing to get your wish fulfillment. Not only to get that fulfilled wish, but to feel ecstatic about it because it was so perfectly timed, is what I'm seeing here. So perfectly timed, unbeknownst or beknownst to you. Maybe you took that time to wait just for that right moment to bring that certain thing up, to allow it to breathe, to come to fruition. I love this reading for you, Aquarius. It's fantastic. So let me do, let's see. This is The Law of Attraction by Abraham Hicks. And it says, so were you not thinking, my friends? I love the fact, God, that you just can't make this stuff up. Okay, I can change my life by changing my thoughts. So you really took the time to think about this, and look how it paid off. By choosing a thought, wow, you chose well, that feels slightly better than the thoughts you have been thinking, you can gradually change the direction of your thoughts. By focusing upon a better feeling thought, the law of attraction will respond to that thought, and therefore a balance of your thoughts will now improve. So, my dear Aquarius, you did fantastic at holding your thoughts and redirecting your thoughts into the kind of manifestation that you truly wanted, right? Fantastic, Aquarius. You are the master of your dominion. And now you are definitely the nobleman of this process. You are the creator of this situation. And you did so exceptionally well, my dear Aquarius. So we're going to take one more card just to sort of, you know, solidify this. Not that it needs it, quite frankly. It's clear and concise and fantastic for you. I will say that. Let's see what this says. Oh. Okay. This adds a little light to it. Another scenario amongst this. This is the peace offering. The white buffalo. It's a calf woman. So when I get this card, I love this card. It's beautiful. It's like spirit, the great white spirit. If you were a shaman, an Indian shaman, you know, this would speak volumes to you. And perhaps you are, unbeknownst to yourself. This brings a little bit different light to this reading in the sense that perhaps it was directly related to something that was not all that comforting to you. And it very well could be something that you held back from in relationship, because as I said earlier, I didn't feel this being a relationship. I felt this being more of a career project, artistic endeavor. But this brings another light to it in the feeling of it that says that perhaps within that project, that situation, that circumstance, that there was there needed to be a certain amount of peace that you had to allow in. And generally when we talk about that, don't we talk about other people, right? You know, people are the only ones that seem to make things easier or difficult in our lives. Am I crazy in thinking that? I don't know, but that seems to be something that comes up with me. I'm fine by myself, right? I'm okay. but I've got a friend or a partner that can create you know, some difficulty for me because they don't understand where my head's at, perhaps, right? So it took a moment to consider how that would be communicated so that we could no longer be in a place of defense and fear and withholding information or understanding. And this minute we let that go, the minute we unveiled our eyes and let go of the fear and dropped those swords, our wish came true. And it brought us the sun, right? So we needed to shift our thoughts, change the way we were thinking about the situation, the circumstance, the relationship. If this part of the reading is resonating with you, it very well may have been that you needed to find peace within yourself so that you could no longer feel guarded, so that you could have the wish fulfillment that you needed with this page person that generally is very communicative with you, or you are generally more communicated with others, that left you feeling like the world is all mine and I'm at peace now with it. So what a fantastic reading, my dear Aquarius. We'll talk to you soon and have a great day.